Bonjour and bienvenue, mon amis and mon cheries, to another video. It's been 256 days since I came to the woods, but here we are. It took a long time, and a lot of stuff happened in between then and now, but the woods was waiting for me when I was ready, and today's the day. I'm at Indian Creek taking a look around, scoping it out. It's the afternoon time on a Saturday. I brought my dog with me, and we're just gonna sit back and relax and spend the night by the lake. Oh. Stay tuned, see what happens next. Might go fishing or something. Well, I decided to cast a line. What you don't know is that I've been doing this for a while now already, and I just now turned on the camera. I walked all along the whole bank. Come on, boy. Excuse me again, my dog. My dog likes to run around and smell stuff. Gotta keep an eye on her. Come on, boy. Get out. Here you come. Good boy. Give me a 5. Wow, good boy. It ain't too cold right now, but it's gonna get cold tonight. In the 20s. 25 or so, 23 maybe. I'm close to water. A little pro tip, don't put your tent next to water if you want to be warmer. Ain't got no options right here with this spot though. Going up peninsula. I threw a spinner bait, then I threw a small crankbait, then I threw a larger crankbait. Now I'm throwing a swim bait, and they all produced 0 bites. And that's because I think the other fish are in the deep water. A cold front just passed through, and that probably pushed them to the bottom. Probably killed a lot of bait fish. But we're gonna see. Bass mostly go to the middle and nest in the winter, but some of them like hang out on points and stuff and make their little houses. But while I was walking the bank and casting all up and down earlier, I noticed that this is the only spot that got grass. I feel like that's my best chance. Bass live in grass, and none of them other spots had no vegetation or cover or nothing, but this one did. So this is where I'm sticking to. See what I'm saying? They got a lot of grass right here. Well, fishing was a bust. I fished all over. I fished all up and down. Here comes Saw. All the way around too. I fished with a swim bait. I fished with a crankbait. I fish with a spinnerbait. I fish with a spinnerbait on the end of a crankbait. Not even a nibble. Wasn't my day. I need a boat. They all in the middle. It's cold. Fish go to the deep water when it's cold. Relatively. I don't know how deep this lake is though. Anyways, I fished and fished and fished when suddenly, nope, I'm stuck. Well, I'm cold anyway. I fished all up and down this son of a gun. They ain't got no fish in here. Come on, Zeno, let's go make a tent. Is it too bright? It's pretty bright light I got attached to this camera here so you can see me good. I'm officially cozy in the tent for the evening. Retired to the inside. Got all kind of pillows and blankets in here. Well, it ain't getting cold. Zeno's already snoozing, and I'm gonna be snoozing the quickness also. But while I got you, you want to talk about? Let's see here. That's better. Let's talk about the map. Let me show you where we at. This is a good spot. All right. So we drove in from here, took a turn, saw past this facility, and then I went up here, and then I went all the way down here, and I'm right done. All the way to the end in the primitive camping area. If anybody ever comes over here, that's where it's at. So you could find it there. And so anyway, Zeno's getting grumpy because I got the light on. So stick around, see what happens tomorrow. They're having a party. You hear that? I'm trying to snooze, but they having a good time instead. What can you do? Good morning, everybody. Just waking up here with the birds chirping. It's 24 degrees. It's cold. But it ain't too bad. And all these blankets in the tent, it's probably quite a bit warmer. Oh, excuse me. I'm still a little tired because they had some people at somewhere over there having a fatal dough all night long. But there was nothing I could do about that. Anyways, me and Zeno's about to get it started with some hot coffee. He's not going to drink none, though. That's bad for dogs. A new day, a Sunday, my favorite day of the week. That fog coming off the lake. The reason why mist lifts off the lake like that is because it's the lake water is warmer than the air temperature. and it causes that mist to come off the top like that. I don't know how good you could see it, but it's really pretty. I got a problem. I didn't bring the pour over. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. I think I'm gonna be able to figure it out. Hey, Zeno. So it got down to 24 degrees last night. 24. We was warm though. Matter of fact, let's talk about that. How do you keep your dog warm when you're camping below freezing? And the answer is the same way you keep yourself warm. Bring him a pad to sleep on. Bring him a sleeping bag. We both had 2 sleeping bags last night. I had my 30-degree top quilt, and on top of that, I had a 50-degree top quilt, and I was nice and toasty. And Zeno had a 30-degree dog-style top quilt. And he also had a 50-degree human-style top quilt. And a big old pillow to sleep on because we got the car nearby. But really it just comes down to preparedness. Figure out whatever degrees it's going to be and bring stuff to keep yourself warm and bring the same stuff for your dog. He's got a fur coat, you know, but I got a down jacket, so if I'm cold with my down jacket, he's got to be cold with his fur coat. Some species might not be like that. Like if you got a husky, I don't know. But just for a regular old doggo, just bring him a sleeping bag. They'll get in there, usually. This is his sleeping bag. His dog sized. And we made friends with a little puppy for a while ago, and she chewed it up a little bit. But besides that, it kind of snaps together in a couple spots around him. And he just lays down and curls up on that. And that's a 30-degree insulation, just the same as my sleeping bag. They made out of Climate Shield Apex type of insulation. That's a synthetic down. And we got blankets on the floor and some thermal rest pads and all kind of business in here to keep us warm. Plus a tent like this, it closes up all the way and the walls go all the way to the top. That adds a few degrees too. I looked at my thermometer, it was 30-ish, but it's real small, you know, you gotta gauge it by 5-ish degrees at a time. But it didn't get below 30 inside the tent, even though it was 24 outside the tent. So that's cool. That's a benefit of having a tent that goes all the way. It's not just made out of mesh. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got an FRB. That means full rolling boil in hiker speak. Alright. Let's see if my contraption works here. Now for a good pour over coffee, first step you need a pour over, so don't do it like this unless you ain't got nothing else, you know. The second best practice is once you get your water hot, you let it cool off a second. Now it's only about 35 degrees out, Chuck, so it don't take long. But you want it to be not like all the way boiling hot when you pour it on your coffee. It ain't gonna taste as good. Then what you do is you let it bloom. You let them grounds bloom. And what that means is you saturate it until it looks kind of like a bubble. I don't know, the best way to describe it, it makes kind of a mushroom shape when it gets saturated, but it's not just like a puddle, but it ain't dry. And just kind of pour it slow and keep it, best you can, keep it at that state. And that's it. And your coffee's ready. It's the same way that a coffee machine works, except your hand is pouring it over instead of the tube spitting it out. But that's called drip coffee because it pours it out at a little bit slower rate, I guess. It's just literally you pour the hot water over the coffee bean, ground up, ideally through a pour over. This worked pretty good, I gotta say. Oh, that's too much. That was too much water. Don't do it like that. Good thing I brought a towel. For breakfast, I got a breakfast sandwich. It says right there, breakfast sandwich, peanut butter. I buy my hiking and camping snacks at the Dollar Tree. It's not sponsored by the Dollar Tree, but it's by far the cheapest place to get non-perishables. Even though they did just raise their prices to $1.25. Anyways, that's a pro tip. Camping food's cheaper at the Dollar Tree. They got a good selection of all kind of different stuff. Bread and peanut butter and chips and candies and all that kind of junk food you could come eat in the woods when nobody's looking. I mostly eat fruits and vegetables when I'm at home. Bananas don't travel well. Not a good backpacking and camping food, but banana chips do travel well. I like bananas. Got a bunch of potassium in there. Don't choke on that one. Alright, now, I'm gonna sip this coffee and think about what to do next. It's getting warmer, about a second, literally. It's warming up super fast. And I think the move is gonna be to pack up this camp and rotate and see what that trail has to offer. See what that's all about. It'll be another beautiful day. It looks like I don't see not a single cloud. Robin's egg sky, my papa used to call it. Anyways, that's what we're gonna do next. If you're enjoying the video, subscribe. Well, good people, time to say goodbye to another campsite. And and move on to the next adventure, whatever that might be. Oh, I mean, doggone if it ain't a pretty day. Chewy, man. I tried to find that trail at Indian Creek, and I drove around all around the park and I couldn't find it. So I came over here instead. I'm gonna take a walk down Wild Azalea instead of the Indian Creek Nature Trail. It's pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's right down the road. Oh, look, it's still muddy, just like last time I was here. It's probably the same mud. That's just how it goes in the woods. You just gotta be accepting of things like that. Oh, look, a great lake. Okay, Zeno. Anyways, while I'm dodging these honey pots here, let me tell you all a little bit about the woods. The animals that live here include a lot. They got regular forest creatures like little songbirds and deers and falcons and owls and raccoons and squirrels and armadillos, possums, and probably some bobcats and bears. And then a couple different kind of snakes, a lot of different kind of spiders, and scorpions, rarely. And I saw a tarantula one time. And all kind of different plants that I don't know the name of live here, and a few that I do know the name of live here. If I see any notable ones, I'll point it out to you. Mostly pine mixed with hardwoods like oak and hickory and sycamore and magnolia. We're probably not going to go too far down here. Just stretch the legs before we go back home. Let Zeno sniff around in the woods a little while. Oh look, our old rusty car. And then take it back to the house and clean up the gear and clean up the dog and clean up myself. Enjoy the rest of my Sunday afternoon. Alright now everybody, hiked a couple miles here and there, saw the sights, observed the sounds, didn't see no animals, but that's okay, they probably cold. Anyways, that's gonna wrap this one up, so without further ado, I bid you adieu. And say merci beaucoup for watching, and we'll see you next time. Say bye, Zeno. Hey, say goodbye. Boop. Oh yeah, and if you enjoyed this video, click one of them things that's about to pop up on the screen and watch another one. It helps the channel, and I appreciate it.